Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing some strange things that happen when I fall asleep with the lights on. Excuse me. So I'll say, the bulk of my experiences happen when I lived in my old house a few years ago. And I assumed back then it was because because that house was old and it had a lot of history, maybe that was why these strange occurrences would happen. However, excuse me, I had a few strange things happen most recently while I've been living here in this apartment. So I'll start with the things that happened in my old house that I used to live in. So at my old house, there were numerous times, I'll say at least five times where, like, if I fell asleep with the light on, I would wake up around between 2 and 3 in the morning, and I would see things for the first 30 seconds of me opening my eyes, right? So the first things that I've seen is where there were a few times where I woke up and I saw different color portals, and the portals would for me, by the time I woke up, it would just look like a ring of light, and it would be different colors. Like I saw blue, red, and I saw a black one. And then what else? I've also woken up at 2 or 3 a.m. and I've seen this web of strings, and then it would just disappear after 30 seconds. And another thing that I saw was one time when I woke up at my old house is I saw fairies playing in a tree. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I literally saw this with my own two eyes, where it was like I had a candle lit. Even though the light was on, I had a candle lit, and the reflection from the candle on the wall, I literally saw a tree, and I saw a bunch of fairies jumping around in the tree, and they were playing around, and I heard them laughing and just having a good time. And I actually asked about, well, I didn't even ask about it during my my first hypnosis session. My higher self just happened to mention that, and she basically told me that the fairies are real. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I'm just trying to think of if there was anything else I saw when I was there. That's actually it for there. So since I've been living here, a few months ago, I woke up in the middle of the night around 2 or 3 a.m. and I had my light on, and I saw writings on my wall when I first opened my eyes, and then within 30 seconds it dissolved. And then the last thing that happened was I was in a few days ago, I was actually in the middle of a dream, and I was talking to an old friend, someone I went to high school with, and she was just telling me some unfortunate things about her life, and I just remember myself about to say, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And then before I could even get that out, I opened my eyes because I woke up to water running, and it sounded like it was my bathroom, the bathtub in my bathroom. It sounded like the water was running, and then I heard the toilet flush, and it was very loud, as if it was here. And I can see the one of my bathrooms from my bed. So when I opened my eyes, I couldn't move my body, but I was able to, I felt like I was moving my energetic body. But when I tried to look at my hand and my arm, and I couldn't see my energetic body. So I was just so confused, why can't I see it? But my physical body was unable to move. It was as if it was like paralyzed for a couple minutes. But besides that, I just kept staring at the door, and the lights in the bathroom was off. So I thought, because I heard water, the bathtub water running, and I heard the toilet flush, I'm like, well, maybe I thought my daughter was going to the bathroom. So I kept staring at the door to waiting for somebody to come out, because eventually the water stopped. And I just kept looking at the bathroom door, which was open and the lights were off, and nobody came out. So after staring for a few minutes, I'm like, okay, well, there's nobody in there. And that was so confusing to me, because I'm like, well, what is in that, after that moment, I'm like, well, what is happening? Like, is it me tuning into, again, the apartment above me? I recently shared something a few weeks ago about a outer body experience I had, and it made me question, because I know what I heard with my physical ears. It was literally water running, and it was loud, but it wasn't here. So I'm curious to know, like, what is that? Like, what was happening? What was going on? But that's actually the end of my experience. But I'll say that after, even though my body felt paralyzed, after a few minutes, I was able to move my body again, because I got up and turned the light off. But it was just really strange. But I'm curious to know, like, if anybody else has had any strange experiences happen. If you fall asleep with the lights on, please share with me. And I just want to say too, because I didn't mention this, whenever I would see, I asked during one of my hypnosis sessions about those portals that I saw. And back then I was told that I travel through those portals at night when my body is asleep. Interesting. But yeah, that's the end of my story. Thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.